their 11 wins. Teams are out right now. The captains are at midfield for the toss of the coin in the 1992 season is just about here. We will have the kickoff after this 60-second timeout on KLFJ. Take an ID with it if you can. That was the invocation before tonight. Start off the season. Paul Harris will kick it away for the maroon-clad Indians of McMurry in their maroon uniforms with silver pants, silver lettering, and silver helmets. The kick is away, and the 1992 season is underway, and the ball bounces about 2 yards deep in the end zone and bounces the rest of the way. We'll run down the rest of the starters in a moment. Crusaders line up in the eye with Gavin Jones at a flanker to the near side. And Gavin Miller out wide to the left. It's a handoff to the second man through, and Clark, he fires ahead and loses control of the football. And in the first play from scrimmage, the Crusaders have fumbled, and McMurry claims possession. No indication yet. And the Indians have it. The Crusaders have fumbled on their first possession of the season. That's getting a little ridiculous. Well, out comes the offense for McMurray. Robinson hands it straight up the middle and a dive over left tackle. And this will be good for about 3 or 4 yards. Jason Hollis, the ball carrier again. Crusaders with 4 down linemen this time. Robinson backs to throw, looks to throw, fires on the run to his right and overthrows the intended receiver, John Walsh. A single running back behind the quarterback, Robinson. Wide receivers left and right. Men of the slot at either side. Handoff straight up the middle of Hollis, pounds his way and gets to about the 26. Side, Shad McGuire, the tackle, Chris Lewis, the guard. Anthony Robinson is the guard on the right side with Brian Bent in his 4th year starting at the right tackle spot. The pitch to Clark on a sweep left. He cuts the corner at the 30, gets across the 35, and is stopped just short of it. They give him a gain of 3 on that play. He's been the only ball carrier for Evangel so far. I formation this time with on 3rd down and 1. Again, Clark stutter steps, looking for the line of scrimmage, surges his way across and now fights to the 40. Short yardage between McMurray and Evangel. 1 wide out to the near side, 2 men in the slot to the left, and a single running back behind Skeens. Skeens back to throw. It's a draw play to Clark. Clark cuts to the near side at the 45 and is leveled right there. Their only senior player. It is 3rd and 5 after Derek Clark's 1-yard run. I formation, wide receivers left and right. Pitch goes to Clark and a sweep to the left. Cuts at the 45. He's at the 50. Runs away from trouble to his left. He's at the 40 of McMurray and is tripped up there. And this territory. Gavin Miller and James Fiesel come wide to the near side, along with Gavin Jones also in the slot to the right. Handoff this time to Honore up left tackle. He gets to the 30 and is similar set as a play go. With Clark in there as the lone back behind Skeens. 3 men to the slot to the right. Motion on the line. This play will be blown dead, as some think. As you've got another play to get just a couple of yards. We'll see what the Crusaders try on 2nd down and short from the McMurray 25. A handoff to Clark. Stutter steps across the 25, wrapped up, but drags a couple of tacklers down. Skeens flips it to Gavin Jones and a sweep left. Gets across the 15 and is stood up wherever he goes. Trying not to be fooled. They were not fooled that time in the misdirection, but the Crusaders got good yardage out of it anyway. Honore, the lone back behind Skeens. Gavin Jones in motion, and this play is blown dead again. Pretty stiff, actually. It can get up to 15 to 20 miles an hour, and the Crusaders are going right into that wind as they drive left to right. Skeens, a quick pass out to Gavin Jones. No room to run, and he's cut down at the 20. Ball spotted in the near hash mark, and Evangel sends 3 men out wide left. Honore, the lone back behind Skeens. Skeens backpedaling, looks, fires in short hops. James long enough, but he missed it right. He could. I had to run down the Evangel defensive starters a while back. Linebackers Troy Vanderheuvel and Jay Helwig on the outside, Sam Dollar and Jeff Sager on the inside. Handoff straight up the middle and good yardage for Jason Hollis, who's across the 40 and drags a tackler down to the 40. This time he gave up over 200 yards of rushing per game and gave up a big day to one of the McMurry backs last year. On first down and 10. Again, the handoff up the middle, but this time Hollis has stood up and dragged down. And early on, Hollis has found some running room up the middle. Again, he gets the call. And again, doesn't get much. This time, it is 3rd down and 9 coming up for McMurray. Wide receivers left and right, a single back behind Anthony Robinson, the quarterback. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to take it himself around the right side. Has room to run. Is at the 40, the 35, the 30, and checked out of bounds inside the 25 for Robinson, who was a decent passer last year, but not spectacular. But they're looking to open things up more, and same play, this time a handoff just inside the 25-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right. Motion to the backfield, and the pitch gets away from Regan Clark. Indians line up. 2 wide receivers to the left. Extra man in the slot, 2 men in motion, and another flag will fly. Robinson has nowhere to run, now fires a pass that's complete at about the 21-yard line. Two slot backs left and right. Robinson dropping back to throw. In the pocket, fires a pass to the right side that is tipped, nearly picked off, but the pass broken up to play. Corey Knott now is in the slot to the right along with Fizel at a wideout. Handoff to the middle to Honore, who stumbles. McMurray defense, we mentioned they are young. They started out 4 freshmen. Handoff this time to Honore, bounces to the left side and can't escape it. Crusaders again to the I formation, not in Fizel to the right, Gavin Miller out wide left. Skeens will pitch it to Gavin Jones, who line up at the tailback spot, and they're all over. Gavin Jones comes out for this series. Crusaders insert Brad Jackson, another split end. And Skeens dropping back to throw, now hands it off to Honore. Honore cut to the 5, looking to get back to the line of scrimmage. Standing in back of his own end zone. Average around 34 yards per punt last year, and knocks a low line drive that will bounce to the 35. Get an Evangel roll picked up there at the 45 and return back. Wide receivers left and right. Robinson hands it off up the middle, big hole over the right side, and a first on KLFJ. Now we'd never.
Get ready. Back to you.
Ed Beach back at Indian Stadium. That's the Heart of America Conference opener, as well as Evangel's first home game. That is a 1:30 kickoff at Plaster Field in the Southwest Missouri State campus. On 1st and 10 for McMurray, the pitch goes to Quincy Jones in a sweep left, and he's wrapped up and taken down. So it's 2nd down and 12 coming up for McMurray. Anthony Robinson rolling right, looking to pass. As nearly caught from behind, escapes a tackler, now fires a pass on the run, looking for the end zone, but throws it to 37-yard field goal in the opening period. That's been Evangel's only chance. Tight formation this time. Again, Robinson rolling right to throw. Looking and 5-yard try from the left hash mark. Again, it is right into the wind. Snap back, ball down, and that's going to have the height. 14:06, second period. And Evangel comes under center for their First down play at the 20. I formation again. This time out of the backfield, Clark goes in motion. Hand off to Honore, off right tackle. Cuts to his right at the... Skeens flips it to Gavin Jones in a sweep right. He cuts at the 30, spins away from a tackler, has the first down in his Crusaders. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the far side. A single back behind Skeens. That's Derek Clark. They give it to him on 1st and 10. As breaks one tackler, gets to the 40 and surges a 10-yard penalty after the run. And that gives Evangel another first down. 7-yard run and a 5-yard penalty on McMurry. Gavin Jones in motion to the near side. Again, the handoff to Clark. Clark cuts at the 45, surges ahead, and is not brought down. 1st and 10, Evangel at the 40. Again, the handoff to Clark right at the middle. Gets to the 35, bounces off a tackler, but is wrapped up in... Call it 2nd down and 5 now from the McMurry 35. Handoff again on a draw play to Clark, who's then along with James Fiesel. The Crusaders have a decent contingency cheering them on tonight. Crusaders have a lot of Texas players on this roster, including one native from Abilene, Tim Hester. Handoff to Honore, who's tripped up the line of scrimmage, McMurray 30. Wideouts go left and right. Clark, the lone back, behind Skeens, the quarterback. Skeens dropping back to throw now. Pitch it ahead to Gavin Jones. Cut to the 25 and is knocked down and short now from the McMurray 21 for Evangel. Wideouts left and right. We'll see what the Crusaders up to in a 2nd down and short situation. Skeens will pitch it to Clark on a sweep right. That's the short side of the field. Clark stutter steps, picking his way across the right side. Evangel from the McMurray 15. Jones and Fiesel out wide right. Gavin Miller wide left. Skeens will hand it off to Clark over left guard, driving close. They were inside to close to the 20 their last drive, but McMurray has not penetrated Evangel inside the 20 yet. In the handoff to Clark, surges ahead. He has not seen the ball yet this period. Evangel has eaten up about 5 minutes worth of clock. 3 backs now in the backfield this time for the Crusaders, and the handoff goes to Tim Hester, the guy from the Crusaders. Come to the line. Again, looking for points. The first points of 92. Here's the snap, handoff to Clark, dives over the top, and that perfectly caps things because Clark has dominated the football so far tonight. Knowles was 20 of 26 in point afters last season. Snap is high, but they get the ball down. The kick is up and blocked. Ball is loose. That's a free ball, and it's fallen on and not returned. In the second period, it's 6-0 Crusaders with 7:33 left in the first half of play. One score to report. Southwest Missouri State leading McNeese State in Louisiana. 10-6. SMSU on top in the second period of play. That game in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Saw a lot of rain by Hurricane Andrew, but playing conditions still pretty favorable. Kick is away by Chris Knowles, 5 yards deep in the end zone, and returned by the Indians. That was a nice return considering Knowles not...
09, 7, 5, 6, 0. 09, 7.
Robinson on his first play on first down. Gives it straight at the middle, and the Crusaders stack that spot. They give him a yard. And it is 2nd down and 9. Man in motion to the far side. Robinson back to throw. Fires a pass, and it is 2nd down and 14 for McMurray. Thompson back to throw. Under pressure. Fires a pass complete to Quincy Jones, who gets across the 20. And dives ahead to the 24, but the ball is fumbled and picked up by a Crusader. Ball is being returned and inside the 10, and that's a touchdown for Evangel. Skeens comes under center, 2 men wide out right to the right. Gavin Jones and Gavin Miller. Clark the lone back. There comes Gavin Miller in motion. Skeens back to throw, rolling right, under heavy pressure, and he's dragged down and sacked. Do not convert on the 2 points, but still are up 12-0. Knowles in for the kickoff, and he'll send it away. Withers makes the catch at the goal line, across the 10 to the 15 to the near side of the field, and is dragged out of bounds. Run. And then about a minute and a half later, Arthur Brooks picked up a fumble and ran in 23 yards for the score. 1st and 10 from the Evangel 17. Indians hand the ball to Kentucky as Evangel takes on Union College at a 1:10 broadcast start and a 1:30 kickoff next Saturday afternoon. Robinson play action fake, slips down and has had 100 unassisted tackles in his career. About as much as any Crusader has had at this point in a playing career. It was a loss of 7 on the sack. Pitch goes to Keegan Clark, and a sweep. Receive this punt from Johnny Davis, who stands at his own 5. He'll knock it away from about the 9. Flags fly as the punt comes, and it was nearly blocked. A high, short punt. Fair catch called for, and a hit was laid on Clark, and that will... 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball spotted inside the 35 at the McMurry 34. I formation for Evangel. Wide receivers left and right. Gavin Jones to the left and James Fiesel to the right. Play action fake. They have all day to throw, and Skeens just overthrew the intended to pick up his degree and also play some football. He can complete his degree this semester. Handoff up.
Third down.
2 men, 2 wideouts to the right. Gavin Miller to the near side against Skeens. Back to throw. Pressure's on. He dumps a pass off to Gavin Jones at the 30. At the 25 and is upended at the 20, but that's 3 of 5 passing for 21 yards unofficially. And they fake the handoff and pitch it ahead to Gavin Jones, who breaks a tackle at the 18. It was a pitch. But Skeens really reached out there for the handoff. That's why we called it a pitch initially. 2nd down and 6. Jones in motion to the right. They fake the handoff to him and give it to Hester up the middle, and he's...
From Harvey.
Skeens under center as Jones in motion to the right and gives it to him on a sweep to the right side. Escapes one tackle at the 15 and is dragged down close. And Knowles in there for the field goal. This will be a 30-yard 12-0 and looking for more as Chris Knowles is in for a 30-yard field goal try from the right hash mark. The holder is Gavin Miller. Snap back, ball down. The kick is on the way. And this time it's here as the Crusaders get ready to kick it off. Reminder, coming up at halftime, it will be a weekly halftime feature. Paul K. Logston, the director of public relations, coming up in about a minute and 42 seconds on the scoreboard clock. Taking advantage of one turnover, it led directly to a touchdown, and Arthur Brooks returning the fumble after a pass completion. He returned the fumble 23 yards for a touchdown. He can do that this year. Nice to see that rule back in effect. That'll make things more exciting. Knowles in to kick it away. Wyatt Withers again back deep to receive. End over end kick right down Broadway, and this time Withers a yard deep in the end zone will go down to one knee. A lot of the native Texans on the Crusaders football roster have parents and family here. Robinson back to throw on 1st down and 10, airing it out on the near side, and this has been a tough day passing for McMurray. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. They fake the handoff again. Robinson back to throw. Again airing it out deep over the middle. A number of Crusaders there, and it's picked off. Intercepted, and the Crusaders had the play blown dead as Arthur Brooks is there again for the interception as Robinson threw into what looked like triple coverage.
3-7. Come to the press box. Claim your gift certificate for dinner for 2.
Arthur Brooks, one of the Crusaders newcomers, by the way. We'll talk about more in him in a second as Skeens back to throw has the ball deflected. Accident early last spring. And Brooks made a very impressive showing at free safety, and the coaching staff said, hey, he's not going to give up his starting spot easily, and he's having a great game here tonight. Skeens throwing deep over the middle and overthrow. And there are a number of friends and family of Crusader players that are here. and made the trip from the Dallas area and other parts of Texas. Skeens in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Has time to throw. Looking, now fires a pass to the left side and overthrows Corey before the end of the half, and you have a chance at a 15-point lead. Snap is high, but Clark corrals it and gets a nice long punt. Drifting back to catch it is Quincy Jones. He made the catch at the 10 and gets to rounds. We'll talk about the first national poll of the season in a few minutes. Snap again is high, and this time it is just gotten away as it was nearly blocked. No flag is called as Harder got hit in the first half. 51 seconds left to be exact. Crusaders defense spread out in the secondary. In fact, they give up about 40 yards of cushion. They dump a pass over the middle. A diving catch from the Evangel 45. McMurray to the line of scrimmage. Snap, and Anthony Robinson back to throw. Rolling to his left. Fires a pass on the run, and it is broken up on the far sideline. Again, wideouts come left and right. 14 seconds left. Robinson hands it up the middle again to Cunningham, who stood up for their second conference game of 92. 3rd down and 8. 3 wide receivers in there, and Robinson back to throw. Rolls to his right. Now he's going to tuck it under and run and has to get out of dodge. 4th and 3. Similar set as a play ago. Robinson again back to pass. Pressure is on, and he airs it out of the far sideline. And the ball hangs up and is intercepted again. Here's Sater, though, is tackled inside. Evangel has passed 3 for 6 through the air for 14 yards. McMurray 2 of 10 with 2 interceptions for 9 yards. Evangel with 135 yards of offense to McMurray's 100 even in the official stats. 3 turnovers for McMurray, 1 fumble, 2 interceptions. Evangel with their lone turnover on the first play from scrimmage. Kickoff of the second half is away and returned by one of the up men as it's a short kick taken by Kurt Kennedy at the 25, and he gets close to the 30 and is cut down about the 20. Indians come to the line dressed in home maroon with silver pants and silver helmets. Silver letters and numbers, and a handoff goes to Jason Hollis, spins to the outside. Now with 71 yards of rushing on the night. In the handoff to Hollis, who's wrapped up and taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another score to pass along. Southwest Missouri State leading McNeese State now 13-6. That score was at the half. On 2nd down and 10, Robinson fakes the handoff and is tripped up and taken down. Second time Bowen has been sacked today. Or second time Robinson has been sacked today, I should say. Robinson back to throw in the pocket, fires a pass to the near side that is caught at the 30, or caught at the 40, I should say. Ball carrier takes it to the 30, inside the 20, and is taken down there as they get a first down. 36-yard pickup on 1st down and 10. Handoff up the middle to Hollis, big hole. He's across the 15 and down at the line on 2nd down and along 2. Hollis thrown back in the backfield. Handoff to him up the middle. He has room to run over the 10. 1st and goal from the 6 for McMurray. Anthony Robinson under center. Hands it off to Keegan Clark, and he is stopped at the 5 and put. Wishbone set this time. Robinson fakes the handoff. He looks to take it himself, and the ball is loose, and it's recovered by the Crusaders. James Fiesel out wide to the right. Gavin Jones in the slot to the left. And Skeens will hand it off. On a delay. Ball goes up the middle. Points of 92, but recovered a McMurray fumble. And now look to put together a drive of their own. Skeens hands it the first man through. Honore, who gets certain. It is hot, but things have been cooled off a bit by a pretty cool breeze blowing and gusting up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour that's blowing right to left across the stadium. Evangel driving into that wind now on 1st down and 20 and took too much time on this. They didn't have 25 yards to go for the first down when they got it. Now they do, and they're And this delays things a bit. Field cleared out. I want to get somebody hurt down in that right side of the field, so they'll take a moment and get everybody cleared out there. Now the Crusaders come to the line on first down and 28, backed up at their own 3. Skeens back to throw from his own end zone, completes the pass on the far sideline. On second and 25. 2 wide outs to the near side, and Gavin Jones and Gavin Miller. Hand off to Clark on the left side. One of the few times Clark has been stopped dead in his tracks tonight. Third down and 25 coming up now for Evangel. Skeens gives it in a draw play to Clark, who again is wrapped up. Chris Harder standing in back of his own end zone to punt it away. He's punted twice for 43 yards in the first half, and gets a high short punt this time. That is taken by Hollis at the 40, and he's nailed right there. Anthony Robinson takes the snap. It's a handoff right at the middle again, looking for Hollis. And a pair of players up, second out and 7. Hollis, the lone back behind Anthony Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Hollis, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage across the 30. And very threatening again. First and 10 from the Evangel 27. Hand off to Hollis, big hole right side. He gets across the 20. Hand off again to Hollis. Again, a nice hole for Hollis middle. It's the power running game. That's a bit what McMurry is showing tonight. Even though they're an option team, they just go with the power running back attack. Hand off again up the middle. Second down and 7. Robinson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, gets the pitch to Keegan Clark, turns the corner at the 20. Yards out of that. Get about a gain of 6. And it's third down and 1. Wishbone formation this time, and the Crusaders meet the... Wishbone formation. Anthony Robinson under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right to throw, and the pass is intercepted. Intercepted. Evangel takes over at their own 20 now. Derek Clark, the only running back behind Skeens, gets the handoff, and they're all over him as McMurray, but flits left in quarter number 3. Evangel on top by 15. Quarterback Skeens takes the snap, hands it off to Clark, escapes a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's across the 15, and across. Had he escaped one or two more guys, it looked. Pro I formation, one man in the slot to the left. Running backs in the I, handoff again to Clark, and he's wrapped up and taken down. Skeens takes the snap, dropping back to throw, and it's a draw play, handoff to Clark. Clark cuts to the 25 and breaks. Nearing the end of the third period, Evangel up by 15. First down and 10 from their own 33. The pitch to Clark and a sweep left. Looks to turn the corner and can't. Is wrapped up. He fights his way in quarter number 3. Evangel up by 15. Skeens dropping back to pass. Now hands it off to Gavin Jones, and a sweep left. Escapes a tackler. He's across the 40 to the 45 and is taken down. Evangel will let the clock run out in the third period, and we head.
Okay. Back to you.
Back at Indian Stadium, Ed Beach with you on the opening week of Evangel Crusaders football. Crusaders on first down and 10. John Skeens rolling out to pass. Fires a pass over the middle. And Skeens 5 of 8 passing tonight for 21 yards. Skeens hands the ball off to Honor. The Crusaders won the fullback position as a freshman, 6 foot, 210, out of New Orleans. It's Clark in the handoff this time. Big hole as he gets across the 40. Surges. Clark, the lone back behind Skeens, again gets the call on the handoff, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and gets back to the 30. Leading 15-0, 12:35 left in the game. Wide receivers left and right. Gavin Miller to the left, Fiesel to the right. Handoff again to Clark, breaks a tackle again at the line of scrimmage, gets across the, call it a gain of 6. A short 2 yards though. Gavin Jones and Gavin Miller wide to the left. Clark the lone running back, and again he gets the call. Surges across the 25 until they fumbled. 5 turnovers have plagued the Indians tonight. Anthony Robinson under center. Drops back, fires a pass over the middle. It's behind the intended. 2nd down and 10 from the McMurry 24. We have a new quarterback in this game. And he takes it himself in an option around the left side. Third down and 5 for McMurray. Kennedy again optioning left, fakes the pitch, now does to Clark, who's upended and fumbles the football. Ball is loose and picked up by a Crusader. It is Jeff Sager who gets inside the situations. But you've got now only 4 downs to get now 11 yards. Clark, the lone running back behind Skeens, and he gets the call and is cut down at the... Skeens get the snap, pitches it to Clark on a sweep right, picks his way across the 10, gets to the 5, spins away from tacklers and surges with you at Indian Stadium in Abilene, Texas. Evangel has 3rd down and goal from the 2. Skeens with the snap, hands it off, and Derek Clark is into the end zone for the timeout, and now we'll go for it on 4th and short. 4th and as short as you can get. That ball, the nose of that football looks like it is on the stripe. Technically that's 6. See if they can surge over. End of the game is Tim Hester. They give it to Clark, who dives over, and no doubt about this one. Went for 2 with their last try, and John Skeens was sacked. Snap back, ball is down, kick is on the way. Heritage will be assessed on the kickoff. Knowles sets the ball up on the tee, though, and puts his foot into it, and will knock it right out of the end zone. In fact, it nails the... Kirk Kennedy back in there at quarterback for McMurray. Hands it off straight up the middle to Cunningham, who served as head coach to Harding University, a game in which you remember they scored a touchdown with no time on the clock and went for 2 to win the game, as opposed to going for the 1 point in the tie, and they did not convert in the 4th down play. Pass over the middle on 2nd down and 6, and it's off the... But looking to win their first opener on the road in a while. Hand off right at the middle to Cunningham again. Tries to spin his way for the 4 yards. Opening week, you never know about some things. They may have found themselves to attack. Kirk Kennedy has looked fairly sharp running the option. And again, it's Cunningham in the carry. Breaks a tackle at the 45. He's to the 50 into Evangel territory and is finally tripped up and taken down and fumbles it. But that may have been after he was ruled down. We'll have to see. Crusader practices show you a lot of things, but you have to put everybody in pads and play for real to see what shakes up. And McMurray now driving here in the 4th period with basically their 2nd unit in. And a pass is complete to Walsh at the 25. Shakes a tackler and is down inside the 15 and down to the 10 of the wide receivers left and right. Kennedy takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Cunningham, eludes a tackler, spins away at the 5, and he's in for the score. After being set up, Paul Harris, the kicker. Snap back, ball is down, the kick is up. And he received the opening kickoff, but that was it. McMurray may squib this one trying to get it back. There's not a lot of time for which they have to work with. And we'll see what happens. Crusaders have a lot of their skill people up front, but instead they knock it away. A high, short kick, trying to converge on it. The Crusaders take it at about the 15, and a receiver is 7 minutes to play in the game. It's 22-7 Crusaders. John Skeens under center, backs in the eye. They hand it off to the second man through, and Clark stood up at the line of scrimmage, bounces to the outside and spins across. And 16. There's 10 yards in the spot of the flag and the penalty. I formation once again. Overton hands it off to Clark. Now he keeps it himself. He faked the handoff and tried to option his way in the near. In 6 of Evangel's 10 games last year, he started the last 3. Completed 54.4% of his passes, the exact same percentage as John Skeens, oddly enough, and the play clock runs dead. So it's 3rd down and 16 coming up per game. But Overton runs the ball well. It can option and do a couple of things well that way. Skeens has the better arm. Pitch is fumbled, and Overton falls on it inside the 5. Harder standing at the end of his own end zone. Clock winding down, 4:24 and counting left. Snap is perfect, big rush is on, but Harder gets the kick away, and it's a beauty. Spiraling deep in, an over-the-shoulder catch is made by Quincy Jones. He drops it, but picks it back up and is swarmed at his own 46. Kennedy hands it off straight up the middle. Afternoon in Canton. 2nd down and 8. Kennedy back to throw, fires a pass to the near sideline, caught by Walsh at the 30. And he is wrapped up and dragged out of bounds at the Kurt Kennedy, the freshman quarterback, under center. Hands it off to Cunningham right up the middle. He stood up at the 17. 2:55 left in the game. Evangel up 22-7. But McMurray trying to get back in this in a hurry. Ball spotted at the Evangel 17. Kennedy back to throw again under pressure. Fires a pass that's overthrown. Even though Evangel is up by 15. If they can hold here, this could leave little out. Kennedy takes the snap. Rolling to his left, running away from trouble to his left. Looking, tries to set up and dives ahead to the line of scrimmage on opening night. 2:42 left in the game. On 1st and 10 from the Evangel 23. Give is to Gavin Jones, who's spun down Harborville, Kentucky. And the Crusaders' first home game is September 19th. We'll be there for that as well. The Crusaders will take on Culver Stockton at Plaster Field 2 weeks from tonight. Hands to play in the game. McMurray has all 3 timeouts left. On 3rd and short, the pitch goes to Gavin Jones in a sweep right, turns the corner, and now run out of bounds. He only got 3 enough for the first down. That was a pickup of about 3 or 4. Minute 14 left, 22-7 Evangel, looking to go 1-0 after 1 week. Give handoff and a big hole on the right side. Crusaders take it. That's first down. Clock moving again. Handoff up the middle again. Here's needed done, and that is run out the clock. 35 seconds left in this one. On 2nd down and short, Overton again hands it off. Up the middle, it's Hester, who... And we'll take him on off. And they have, sure enough, a week, but they've never won an opening week game on the road. This is definitely a good sign. The Crusaders off to the right start. Overton pitches the ball away. And the Crusaders have run out to open the season on the road. A final score from Abilene, Evangel 22,